Sports diplomacy in Africa, using sports to build international relationships. When it comes to building international relationships, sports diplomacy has proven to be a powerful tool. In Africa, where sports are an integral part of the culture, the potential for using sports as a means of diplomacy is immense. By leveraging the passion and interest in sports, African nations can build bridges and strengthen ties with other nations around the world. The power of sports diplomacy. Sports diplomacy involves using sports as a means of fostering understanding, communication, and cooperation between nations. It has been used for decades to promote peace and build relationships between nations. The beauty of sports diplomacy is that it brings people together from all walks of life, regardless of their backgrounds, beliefs, or political affiliations. In Africa, sports have the power to unite people from different tribes, regions, and countries. For example, the African Cup of Nations, the premier football competition in Africa, brings together 24 nations every 2 years to compete for the title of the best football team in the continent. The tournament not only showcases the best of African football, but also provides an opportunity for nations to come together and celebrate their shared passion for the sport. Sports diplomacy in Ivory Coast. In Ivory Coast, football is the most popular sport, with the national team, the Elephants, being one of the most successful in Africa. Ivory Coast has also hosted several major international sporting events, including the African Cup of Nations in 1984 and 1988 and the Women's African Cup of Nations in 2018. These events have provided a platform for Ivory Coast to showcase its sporting prowess and hospitality to the world. However, Ivory Coast can do more to leverage sports diplomacy to build stronger international relationships. By investing in sports infrastructure, developing grassroots sports programs, and promoting sports tourism, Ivory Coast can attract more international attention and build stronger ties with other nations. For example, Ivory Coast can partner with other African nations to host joint sporting events, such as the African Youth Games, to promote regional cooperation and unity. The role of athletes and coaches in sports diplomacy. Athletes and coaches play a crucial role in sports diplomacy. They serve as ambassadors of their nations and can help promote positive images and messages about their countries. For example, Didier Drogba, the former Ivorian football star, used his platform to call for peace during the 2010 post-election crisis.